How do I, 20F, tell my friend, 20 meters, that he needs to stop seeing me as his future wife? I am not the OOP. OOP is you, misfits and magic ask. OOP gives her permission for this bow are you. How do I, 20F, tell my friend, 20 meters, that he needs to stop seeing me as his future wife? Originally posted to our relationship advice. Thanks to you, Peta Enigma, from bringing this to the Discord. Bow are you. Trigger warning. Physical abuse. Less than. Original post OCF 10. 2023. I, 20F, have been best friends with this guy, 20 meters, who we'll call Ben, since we were both in elementary school. Our parents are close and always fostered this friendship between us, and when we got older, encouraged a relationship. We dated for a year in our early teens before breaking up and deciding to stay friends. As I realized I'm a lesbian. The problem is that ever since then, when he talks about his future, he always puts me in the role of his stay-at-home wife. For a while I thought it was cute that he wanted me in his life so much, since I thought that it was just a best friends dreaming about living together thing. But lately I've begun to become uncomfortable with it, as it's clear he's genuinely serious about this. It all came to a head yesterday, when he called me after getting back from a Tinder date. When I asked him how it went, he began to rant to me about how horrible the girl was and how they weren't compatible at all. During his ranting, he mentioned that she asked him what his plans for his future looked like and then couldn't handle his response. His response to her? It was him talking about how he would have me move in with him. He would work full-time and I would stay at home and take care of the house. And we would have a dog, a cat, and raise at least 2 children together. She obviously didn't take her date talking about what was essentially a married life with another woman well and left the date immediately, leaving him with the bill. I didn't say anything at the time, but it really put me off. Ben knows I don't want kids, nor do I want to be a stay-at-home wife. He also knows that I don't have feelings for him and can't have feelings for any man at all. The fact that he's so genuinely serious about this weird fantasy is really uncomfortable for me. So how do I confront him about this without causing issues between our families and in our friendship? Outside of this one issue, he's really a great friend and I don't want to lose him. Any advice would be appreciated. Thanks. TLDR. My best friend constantly talks about his future as if I'll be his stay-at-home wife, while also going on date and knowing that I'm a lesbian. I don't know how to confront him about it. Update October 15th, 2023. Hi all. A little bit ago I made a post asking for advice about my friend, Ben, who was making me very uncomfortable by talking about me as if I was his future wife. You can find that post here. So, after reading the comments that told me the situation was likely to escalate and that I should confront him about it and cut him off, I took action. I asked my older brothers, 25 meters, 23 meters, to come over before inviting Ben to my apartment for a talk. That way if Ben acted out I would have someone to both witness it and protect me. They stayed in my room, with the door open, while I talked to Ben in the living room. When Ben got to my apartment, he could tell something was off. I sat him down and explained that while I valued our friendship, our plans for the future did not align and he needed to acknowledge that. I told him that I felt disrespected as a person because he knows I'm a lesbian who never wants kids, yet still puts me in the place of his future stay-at-home wife and mother of his children. He cut in, saying that it didn't disrespect me because he never mentioned that he and I would be married or have children together, just that we would live together and I would help raise his kids. I pointed out that that's essentially just a couple with children and that I didn't want to raise kids at all. I then told him that we need to take a step back from our friendship because it really wasn't healthy at this point. He calmly asked me if I was ending our friendship and I said yes. He seemed rather calm throughout our whole conversation, so I thought that it was safe to just come out and say it bluntly. Well, that was a mistake on my part as he lost it. He didn't even say anything to me in response. Just slapped me across the face and roughly shoved me off the couch. Having my brothers there was a good call, because they intervened before he could do anything else. I went into my room and locked the door while they made him leave, just in case he tried anything else. My brothers managed to successfully get him out, and after I blocked him on everything, we spent the rest of the night playing video games to take my mind off the situation. The first thing I did the next day was snitch on him to his mom. He slapped me hard enough that there was a handprint on my face. So all it took to get his family to believe me was sending a picture with my explanation. She was appalled at his behavior and said she didn't raise her son to be that way, and she was ashamed of him. She told me not to worry about him anymore and that she and his dad will deal with him. So far he's left me alone. Our mutual friends haven't talked to him since they found out what happened, and life is going on like normal. Any sadness that I felt at losing a friend was gone the second he laid his hands on me. If anything else happens in the next coming while, I'll update again on my personal profile. Edit. This blew up, which I wasn't expecting. I'll file a police report like everyone here is telling me to. Because even if this isn't something that the police can do anything about, at least I'll have tried. Edit 2. This has been posted on TikTok without my permission. Please don't upload this anywhere unless you directly ask me and I say it's okay. It made me really uncomfortable to see it reposted without me even being made aware. Thanks. Also, the dude edited in a fake alternate ending to this that never happened. Ben has not shown up to my apartment at all. Relevant comments. Healthy lead 4645. Good job having your brothers there and then sending evidence to his family. But you should definitely start a paper trail with this, because he will continue to escalate in all likelihood. Also, TikTok. Yeah, I have found that there is one channel in particular that alters the endings of every story to make it more interesting, never mind that it's just lying at that point and straight up not what happened, and that these stories are from real people. Also, unfortunately, none of the TikTok Reddit story people I know of tend to ask permission, even if they should. They just figure the story is out on the internet, so it's free reign. Which is BS. Oop replied, yeah, they did that to me. I've reported his videos on me and his account, as well as asked for the ones made about me to be taken down. At the least I just wanted advice. Not some random dude on TikTok making up stuff about my life. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. Op. I don't want kids. And I'm not romantically interested in you. Ben. That's okay. I'll just have you living in my house and raising my kids with someone else. It's perfect. Dude. What? It's rich how he expects the woman who doesn't want kids to be eager to raise his kids with someone else. The TikTok versions always piss me off. They actively twist situations to get more shock factor. Oh boy. Given the past posts here eat a similar premise, I'm betting the guy's going to escalate to something drastic. Also, ew. Did this guy want a maid or a live-in nanny that he won't pay? The level of delusion there. Boy. Yikes with bikes. To whoever suggested she have family with her when confronting him. Thank you. You may have saved OOP's life. And yes, this might not be over yet. When I asked him how it went, he began to rant to me about how horrible the girl was and how they weren't compatible at all. You mean to tell me that a woman thought it was turn off on how the guy wanted a throuple with his lesbian BFF? I was initially thinking that maybe Ben just wanted Oop as a kind of platonic partner, where they'd live together and raise adopted kids, obviously going against her wishes to not have kids, etc. Nothing necessarily romantic about it. And that seemed pretty sweet. Unconventional but wholesome. Again, other than the kids thing. But purely as a concept of friends living together and parenting without being in a romantic relationship. Then I remembered the context of him talking about those plans and how he was talking with a date about it. He's not imagining himself with someone else and Oop living there, but rather just him and Oop. He's going out there on dates and apparently not including a romantic partner in those future plans. It doesn't make much sense unless he's imagining Oop as his actual wife as well, which obviously was never going to happen. Great call for the brothers being there. Can never be too careful with breakups, whether romantic or platonic, especially with someone acting a bit Seuss like Ben and ended up being warranted, probably saved her getting beaten or worse. So he wanted her to live with him and do all the work for no romantic benefit? It's hard to wrap my brain around this much delusion. This is really sad. I hope Op can find a new and better best friend. I know armchair analysis is not a good thing, but I think this is a very clear case of something off mentally about Ben. There is no way anyone could hear, "I'm not attracted to men and don't want kids," and leap to, "She'll live moving in with a man to take care of his kids," and assault her when that didn't happen. I had expected that he thought she wasn't serious about not liking boys, or that she was playing coy, which would also be ridiculous and horrible but somehow less WTF than the leap he did. I hope his mom doesn't just berate him, but seeks professional help. Oop dodged a bullet for sure. She was reticent about ending their friendship, but doing so brought out his true colors. Imagine thinking you could slap someone round the face and still be friends? I've seen a few cases of sets of parents who are friends pushing their kids into romantic relationships with each other. And I must say it's really weird and seems like a sure way to cause problems in the future. Parents, stop trying to make your kids have a relationship with your friends' kids. Obviously this in no way excuses what Ben did. His behavior is disgusting no matter what. My heart jumped into my throat at reading he shoved her off the couch. The implications of that. Glad the brothers were there. People need to cut people as soon as they're weird, not wait that long. But it's a good thing Op finally did it. That's not a friend but someone who's delusional. Holy forking shirtballs. Like he took that from a 1.5 all the way to a 60 really fast. I'm glad she filed a police report and told his mom. Also super glad that her brother's there to show him the exit. I hope the brothers kick this little bollocks's teeth so far down his throat he'd have to shove food up his ass to chew. Hopefully this guy's family gets him help, as it sounds like he might have some sort of mental illness. If they can't get him help, I can definitely see Op needing to get an order of protection and him possibly ending up doing some jail time. Dang. Based on the title I was going with, Raised Religious So God Told Me I Should Marry You. This is much creepier. Delusion is not just the name of a shampoo. She 100% needs to press charges. WTF.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.